What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again, coming at you with another Summoner's War video. In today's video, we're going to be answering the number one question that we've been getting from the new players coming into this game, is that when it comes to all these new nat 5s that everybody's talking about and hyping up here, do we still need to focus on some of the old school units that people utilize in the previous servers that were recently launched? Are they still good? Should we build them? The answer in a nutshell is yes, and I'm going to tell you in this video why. Now, that being said, though, before we get into that, I got to give a big shout out to all you guys that are coming on board for the first time on our channel. If you guys do enjoy this content, the content that I'm going to be dropping right now, as well as the content I've already put out here over the last couple of months, do me a favor, show your support, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, hit that notification bell so you guys know when the next video drops. So in today's video, we're going to be dropping a little bit of knowledge when it comes to all three units. If you guys haven't had the chance to check them out, but me personally, I just want to get through the main thing that we're talking about here, the three biggest things as to why you should definitely consider building these units. So what units we're talking about, let's get it out there right now. You guys already know what they are, but we gotta just make sure that everyone is on the same page. Okay, so the three units that we've been talking about for a very, very long time is going to be Shannon, the Wind Pixie, Konamiya, the Water Garuda, and Azalea, the Fire Fairy, who's hiding all the way back here. So guys, if you guys, like I said before, if you guys are on the cusp as far as what to build them, you're definitely going to build them. And one of the biggest reasons why you want to continuously build it, you still want to make this like a top unit in your lineup. For the first thing is going to be just the overall usability of the unit. They're very usable, they're very versatile. You can utilize them in so many aspects in the game. Because of their kits being so well-rounded, which we're going to be getting into in a little bit, that's what really makes them top-notch, and you just get so much value out of investing into this units. Again, if you guys haven't had a chance to check this out versus maybe Sky Arena, when it comes to this game, you know, there's a little bit more investment that comes into play when it comes to, you know, putting the units or putting the runes on, investing, you know, skill ups and whatnot here. But again, because of the fact that these guys are low-grade Nat 2, Nat 3, Nat 4 units, is going to be a little bit easier to build these ones, which is I'm kind of bleeding into the second, you know, reason why. First reason, without question, very versatile. The jack of all trades. They can do so many things in our arsenal, which we'll get into. But thing number two is going to be, again, the fact that these guys are super, super easy to skill up. Again, if you guys haven't had a chance to check, I'm going to just show you Shannon right now. Of course, Shannon is already capped out here, but let's just take a look here as far as the skill ups that come into play here. If I were to enhance the skill, which of course I can't even enhance it, I already maxed it out. If I took a look at the pieces that I've collected over the past 3 to 4 months, I'm talking not hundreds, but thousands of pieces that I collected, because it's so easy to get yourself the copies of the units in the Unknown Scrolls. And it's not just the 2 stars here. The 3 stars are very, very easy. We get a lot of summons. The resources that we get when it comes to the Unknown Scrolls, very, very plentiful. And in addition to that, we have that opportunity to even get ourselves not only LD units, but also you know, 4-star units, copies of that. So it's kind of nice because, again, there's so much more value that can be had when it comes to these units. Because of the fact that we get these skill ups here, that's going to improve the overall combat power. It's going to give us that little bit of a boost that we need for every single stage that requires a higher amount of combat power. So again, if you guys are struggling to get your combat power up, outside of leveling it up, outside of skilling it up, I mean, those are going to be very, very important. And of course, ruining the monster as well. And the third thing that I want to talk about when it comes to these units, or why are they still good, is because of the fact that they're still versatile here. This is units that you're still going to be utilizing in the end game, right? You already know when it comes to this content, or if you guys have been around for this game for quite some time, from our old school veteran players that are still watching this video, we got it all. We got expeditions, we got different dungeons with regards to our party, we got the Path to Grow, we got the Kaios, the Galagos, we got so many things that we need these units for. We got the Trial of Ascension, we got the Spires of Ascension, so many aspects of the game that these units can be used for, and they work beautifully in this. So when it comes to specific units here, you're obviously going to look into some nat 5s and go, oh, they're strong, they got high base stats here, they're really, really strong in this aspect, they're really, really strong in the aspect where when it comes to these 3 units that we're talking about here, the Garuda, the Wind Pixie, and of course the Fire Fairy, they're just so good in so many different aspects of the game that without question, you have to go about building them. You still have to consider them, because again, you're not losing any value. This is not a unit that you're going to build, you know, for 1 week, do some kind of content, and then get rid of it. Okay. So out of the 3 units that I want to talk about, I want to talk about my favorite unit without question here. And the favorite unit is going to be Konamiya. Now, Konamiya obviously has a lot of experience. If you guys are from the Summer Subscriber family, you already know who this is. But when it comes to this particular game, Konami is just as good, if not better, when it comes to what it provides. Again, I started out with an Orbia user, so we're looking for so many aspects, right? We're looking for support, we're looking for heals, we're looking for ways to improve our DPS. Konami is one of the few units out there that can literally do all that and more, right? The skill 3, the big heal that it provides for you, is really, really good. It's based off the max HP and also has a little additional bonus effect here. It has the electroshock cleansing. But more importantly, if you do cleanse this, you also get yourself a little bit of a regen for your team summoner, which of course then allows you to collect more mana and utilize more skills with the unit or the monster you got on Soul Link. So again, not every single boss is going to have that electric shock debuff here, but if you pair it up with put it up against a boss that you're going up against that's going to have that, then you're just going to get a lot of value out of it. A lot of the people out there utilize this unit alongside the first like big expedition boss, because he was one of those units out there that provided that electroshock debuff that just made this unit that much more viable. Again, the electroshock aspect and the regen aspect, it's cool, but it's just more in lines of just the overall cleanse, the strength of the heal, but more importantly, the low mana cost that the units provide. Very, very easy to make it happen, okay? And so in addition to that, when I talk about DPS here, this is going to essentially, this skill, no pun intended, but it's literally going to accelerate the amount of DPS you can do. It accelerates literally everything you want to do because it reduces the overall cooldowns here by 35%. So when I'm talking about summoner skill cooldown, I'm talking about all the main skill cooldowns, utilizing that when it comes to Orbia, using your DPS here. But more importantly, some of those monster skills that have specific abilities that are crucial for you to stay alive or crucial for you to do a lot of DPS, like a defense break, or something like that. Really, really good, really, really strong. And once again, because of the fact that this is a low grade unit, a 2-star unit, this is going to be providing you a way of utilizing skill a whole lot more, because of the fact that these particular skills are a very low mana cost. As you guys can see, this one's 3 mana cost as well. And so is this one. Again, the cooldown is 18 seconds for these particular skills. But again, the accelerate value that we get is going to reduce that by basically 6 seconds here. So it's going to make these skills a whole lot more easier to utilize, in addition to all the other units that are coming into play. Speaking of other units here, the second one that we got to talk about is going to be Shannon the Wind Pixie. And when I say in that first recommendation why she's units like this are so good, is because of the overall versatility. This unit provides so much value, provides so many mechanics in her kit that it's just without question such a strong unit that for me, when I jumped into this game a month into the game and I was starting to look at different units to incorporate, it was really, really hard for me to let this one go and potentially throw her runes temporarily on someone else to get a little value here. And why do I say that here? Because of the fact of what she provides. First skill, skill 3, Pep Talk, attack up and defense buff up to nearby allies, similar to what we had in some of the Sky Arena. But the cool thing about this one is the additional value that this one brings is not only does it provide that a way of providing extra damage by providing the attack up and extra mitigation, provide a defense up. It literally makes it easier to mitigate by providing the attack down to the opponent as well as the defense break on the opponent. So again, it's only a level 1 defense down and attack down, but that's okay. Any kind of opportunity to get yourself any attack break or defense break is going to be good, and that just allows you, because of the fact that you're bringing a unit like this in, that allows you to bring other units in that can capitalize on these buffs, on these debuffs, to make your team that much more stronger. And if that wasn't enough, this second skill also provides the attack down, but also provides a defense down, yet another way of getting a defense down if there's only one enemy. So again, if you are utilizing this unit in a composition going after a boss that has no adds and doesn't have anything to hit, right, this is going to be super, super strong, because again, being able to take these defense down breaks and start stacking them up here to make it that much more stronger is going to be really, really, really good. So again, if you guys haven't had a chance to check this out, the ability to stack debuffs is a legit thing, and the overall value that this provides here is second to none. Take a look at what it is, level 1 to level 10. If you have multiple units that are providing you defense down, attack down, whatnot here, you can turn a 50% defense break all the way to 70%. That's a whole lot more value that can be had here. And considering the fact that you got 2 skills on here that can provide it, and you're utilizing a unit like Konamiya to allow you to cast this more skills, you can constantly keep on stacking up this defense break alongside other units that can provide it as well, and literally get it up to level 10 in no problem. So again, that's why a unit like Wind Pixie is so good. That's why people utilize it still to this day. So if you guys are like on the fence about utilizing this unit, without question, you don't need to hesitate. This is such a good unit here. You should still be floated. You should still utilize it in your arsenal. Okay. And last but not least, I think this one here was one of the units that everyone focused on if they weren't fortunate enough to get a really, really good Nat 5 into selective summons. And I know there might be a little bit of regret, you know, in focusing on this versus on a Nat 5 that you could have built up. But once again, got to give the love to this unit here because of the fact that it's just, again, similar to the Wind Pixie. It provides quite a bit of value if you don't have specific debuffs in your lineup here. So again, skill 1, of course, is just going to be a basic attacker. For skill 2, super cool. Good damage, good multipliers, and has the opportunity to remove the attack buff. If the opponent does not have the attack up buff, you could put an attack down, which again, just allows you to stack it up more alongside the Wind Pixie here, which again, just makes it that much more easier to mitigate the damage here, right? In addition to that, you got the skill 3, which is going to provide a little bit of value here. You got yourself obviously an AoE damage here, which is pretty strong, but also this has an opportunity to strip the defense buff up with burn, which is obviously really good here. And again, you can, if you happen to have burn on the target here, you have yet another way to provide yourself that defense down here for 20 seconds. So again, we have a lot of things going on in this particular situation. So I'm going to break this down just a little bit here. Obviously, replacing a defense buff is not going to be something that's going to happen all the time, but I rest assured that there are a lot of units out there that have a wide variety of buffs, and if they do have the defense buff up, you're going to get a little bit more value. Again, if you're not familiar with the burn aspect is going to be a dot that's going to be coming into play, but it also improves the damage that you do when you crit. So when you pair this up with a summoner like Orbia or another DPS unit, you're going to get even much more. You're going to get a whole lot more value if you have that burning, you know, aspect in here. And again, even if you don't have burn with some, you know, monster in your lineup, you might be able to bring in burn with regards to one of the summoners you use that has that burning aspect in their kit. So again, there's still a lot of value to be had when it comes to the skill. Yet again, this is a easy unit to go ahead and skill up. As you can see, I already have this one capped off here. This is without question one of the easier units to level up here. So if you guys have not done it already, okay, get those unknown scrolls, summon them off, and see how many Azaleas you collect in this mix here, okay? But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Once again, the top 3 free-to-play units without question is going to be Azalea, Shannon, and Konamiya. Are they still good in 2023? Yes, they are, and you should be utilizing them as much as possible. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or feel free to add a little bit of tips and tricks for the community out there, y'all know what to do. Leave a comment in the comment section down below, letting us know what specific units that are good, maybe that are free-to-play, 2-star, 3-star, that you think people should consider. And I'm sure they're going to be appreciating that down the road, okay? That's going to be it, fam. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's your boy Childish with ChildishPlays. Check it out. And stay tuned, as tomorrow we're going to be dropping a 3-part miniseries with the one and only barcode, giving you guys the top 3 Nat 5s for each respective summoner. Again, if that wasn't enough to like the video already, you all know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, hit the notification bell so you guys know when the next video drops. Thanks again for watching. Take care, and God bless.